107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
It's soft and it's warm, it's comfortable and it's relaxing, and it's sexy in here tonight. Miss Chante Moore has come by tonight to visit us in her metallic, sensual.
Is it sensual?
It's sensual. It's sensual. It's a sensual. Yeah, I wish, you know what, as y'all look at the video, you will see how sensual she is. And that's representative of who you are. But there's another aspect of who you are, and that's spiritual. Mm-hmm. And I love that connection that you've always had. And I guess it's understandably because you come from a family that had ministers, so yes. It's understandable that you're not too far from the spirit.
Well, I love it that I have that as a basis, as the roots of who I am. I think some people come to the Lord and they find out who God is. I grew up knowing that He lives. I know without a shadow of a doubt that God is alive, and that to me is a gift from my parents. Yeah. And I pray and hope that my children have that same assurance as they grow up. But I feel it an honor to know and to love the Lord the way I do, and not that I've always been right in my life, and no one is perfect.
Right, no one is.
Mark one perfect man, that was Jesus, and that's it. Yeah. So, but I love it that I had to find my own place, my own relationship with Him, mm-hmm. and know and trust who He is just for me. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning and growing and still trying to trust Him more.
That's real talk. I think we all are trying to do that. I have fallen off many occasions, and I try to get back on track. But I accepted the Lord in my life back in 1991, and He knows I'm a class act.
I'm a hot mess sometimes.
Yes,
I'm working with you.
I am. So I hope and pray that I could just stay focused and stay on track. Let's talk about this reality show, R&B Divas LA. Man, we saw a different side of you.
Did you?
I mean, not you. You're really outspoken, and
yes, I am.
I don't think I've ever, seen that aspect of you, because when we
you've
together,
never confronted me in the way in which I was confronted.
Right. Mm-hmm. But how was that experience for you to, allow cameras into your life, and then to intermingle with some other divas who really are divas? And I think I've seen some interesting things from a couple of the cast members. Kelly Price, one of them, that I was really kind of surprised at, and I'm sure a lot of her fan base was.
Yes. It was, first of all, it was fun to do. Okay. It really was a pleasure to be on a show that was endeavoring to do something different. It wasn't just follow me around my house and watch me cook my dinner for my kids, and John sit over here and Bobby sit over there. And I didn't want to do reality TV like that. I don't want people in my everyday life.
Right, sure.
People used to ask my ex-husband and I to do a reality show. Oh, you two are so cute. Mm-hmm. Let me just do a reality show in your life. We'd have been divorced 5, 6, 7 years beforehand had we done a reality TV show.
I hear that.
Because in that kind of environment, you need to be able to just let your hair down for real. Yeah. But this TV show is about our music. It's about developing ourselves even more so as artists, and reconverging as the artists that we are, and moving towards the Divalogs, which ended up being the Divalogs. We didn't know exactly what it was going to be called, but we knew that it was moving towards that endeavor. Right. It was more fun than I thought it would be, because I thought, what did I think? I didn't know what to expect. I didn't watch the other R&B divas because I didn't want my mind to think that's what they wanted from me. Or, oh my God, I never want to do that. Or, whatever. I didn't want to have that happen. I wanted to be authentic, which is what I try to be from day to day, no matter whether the camera's on or not. And so because of that, I felt like in the moment, it was harder to figure out how to have a conversation with 6 divas. That was the hardest part, is to tell your story, but still shut up long enough to hear somebody else's. And then, so it was like, discipline. Just the balance of it all. To me, that was the first part that was difficult. And then, when things went a little left with Miss Price and I, that was a little difficult for me. I am a person who is, clearly, I speak my mind easily. I don't say things I don't mean if I can help it. I try to calculate what I'm going to say before I say it, so that I don't have to go, you know what, I didn't mean that. Because I don't think people say things they don't mean. I think you speak from your heart.
Wow.
You may not mean to hurt me, but
you
I
meant.
think sometimes people do mean to hurt you, and they just say sorry, and then you're supposed to go away, but it doesn't go away. But what I think is that in that moment, I tried to just keep my cool, because in a regular life situation, I would have stopped her. I would have been like, you know what, babe? Let's just stop. Let's have a cup of coffee or something, a glass of wine, something. Let's just stop right now while we have a chance to still be friends.
Right.
I would have stopped. But in that, you can't stop the camera.
No.
You can't stop the
and
moment.
They want to get all of that.
So
right.
you have to think on your feet. I was actually praying while the camera was going. I was like, Jesus, help me keep my cool, Lord, because you know.
Well,
and there's truths that I know that could not be said in the middle of the moment. But also, I didn't want to misrepresent who I am from day to day. I don't have those kind of confrontations with my friends. If they have a problem with me, they'll go, Chante, you know what? I don't really like it if so-and-so.
They're straight up with you.
So can you do or not do, and I'll go, you know what? This part is who I am or not, or I'll stop doing that around you, or, whatever the thing is, and we'll settle it. I'm not used to being accused of things and all of that. I keep to myself unless I trust, and trust is earned.
Yeah, it is. Well, it was challenging for you.
It was. I left some of those scenes and had a tear or two.
Wow.
Because it was rather intense.
Well, I think you handled yourself quite well.
Thank you.
She is an R&B diva. She's beautiful. Miss Chante Moore is with us tonight. Let's go back to Old School Lovin'. Inside the Quiet Store.